Hello, everyone. Well, it's been a while since the last time that I recorded a video here. And well, today in this video, you're not gonna see me. I promise you that for future videos, I will record presenting myself. But well, today I want to talk about how can watching movies help you advance in your language learning process. And a lot of students or a lot of English learners or any language learners underestimate the power of movies or series in the process of learning a language. In this case, let's talk about English, of course, because in this channel, well, I help, or my job is to help people learn English, help them to develop the speaking skills in the language. And precisely for speaking, movies and series are a great tool. First of all, movies and series present you effective language, language that you are going to be listening in real life conversations. The famous phrasal verbs or the famous idioms that we hear about are presented in different scenarios in movies and series. So of course that help you to get into contact with that language. Now, the first thing that you need to do if you want to uh, improve is to choose appropriate content. So if you are a beginner, probably watching a series like a medical series or a criminal series, it's going to be too much for you. And you are going to have to use a lot of translations at the beginning, and you are going to get bored and you are going to abandon it. Okay, so choose probably a topic that is more home, like home style or lifestyle content that present a little bit of more simple language. Okay, and what can you do if you are watching a movie and the language that you see, it's you don't understand it? Well, first of all, don't panic. One of the tools that I recommend, especially when they are beginning the process, it's to engage or see the movie in the native language. If you speak Spanish, your native language is Spanish. Okay, you're gonna watch this movie or this episode in Spanish. So you get the idea of what is the episode about. Okay, that's the first thing. Then you are going to watch the whole thing in English. Okay. And then you are going to practice pronunciation. How can you practice pronunciation? If you listen or you hear a word or a phrase, you're going to pause the series, you're going to pause the movie, and then you are going to repeat the phrase or repeat the word. That is the first. A lot of people underestimate repetition. They believe repetitions are not useful. However, when we are learning a language, this is very important, and it's like building the muscle. It's like a person that goes to the gym, they have to do squats and they have to do x amount of repetitions. Well, the same thing happens with repetitions of the words. Then, what are you going to be doing after you repeat these words, these phrases? If you didn't understand the phrase completely, well, my friend, go to our friend Google or go even to ChatGPT. Uh, and then find what is the meaning of X phrase. Okay. So let's say that you heard the phrase under the weather. Okay. And you really didn't understand what did they say or what this phrase means. So in this case, you go and look on Google meaning of under the weather. Under the weather, by the way, if you haven't heard that idiom, that means to feel sad, feel a little bit down, like, when you're kind of yes, going through a very no, but a bad moment, and you just don't want to do anything. Not exactly depressed, but you are not feeling in the mood. That is to be under the weather. Or also when you are feeling a little bit sick, people use that phrase. So you find the meaning, and then what you're going to do is that you are going to use that phrase in a sentence. Write your own sentence using that phrase, or if it's a word, then you do the same. In case of words, in case that you don't understand the full meaning of the word, looking at in English, then find a translation tool. There's nothing wrong about translation. I know a lot of teachers and coaches recommend not to translate. However, if you find the meaning in English and you try to read several times, you find other example sentences with the word and you're still not understand it, well, go to the translation. Find a dictionary that in English, or simply put the translation of this word on Google and you will get it. Okay. And then after you find the translation, then get familiarized with more sentences. Find sentences with that word and eventually start using your own sentence. Now, a lot of students worry about this subtitles. Yes or no? Well, to be very honest with you, I used to use subtitles common a lot when I was learning English. Why not? Well, first of all, because it helps us understand when you find a content or a movie or a series where people speak very fast. Um, that used to happen a lot to me, especially with a series that I loved to watch first in my language, and then I wanted to watch that series in English, and I found out that in English they were speaking very fast, and it was Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls, they speak very fast. Well, in that time they used to. I consider they were speaking too fast, and I couldn't understand. So I simply turn on the captions, the subtitles, okay, to read in English what they said. But for example, if it's a advanced content and you don't understand anything, well, put the subtitles in your language. So if this is especially if you are starting out, okay? Use the subtitles in your native language to understand the plot. Then the second time that you watch the episode or the portion of the movie, listen to it or turn on the captions and the subtitles in English. So that helps you associate the sounds with the words. That's the benefit of using subtitles in English. You associate the sound of the words with how they are written. Once you get more advanced, eventually you won't use subtitles. But if you are in that intermediate, lower intermediate, mid intermediate, the eternal intermediate, you may use subtitles to help you. Yes, why not? Why not? And then the critical part, and here is where I help people, it's to practice and discuss. So, for example, I have a speaking club, and in that club, we speak about different topics, series, movies, articles. Okay. So, once you watch a movie or a series, find a group that talk about movies or that series. And trust me that You can give your opinion, other people can share their opinion, and you are using the language. That is a part that a lot of people miss. They don't use the language, and is a crucial part. If we want to communicate, we have to communicate. We have to try to speak. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about that I feel shy. No, just go ahead and do it. So if you have any questions, you can leave your questions in the comments and I can reply to you there, or just go ahead. I want you to follow this account, this channel, and I will continue posting different videos related to learning English. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.